fall weather up here in Canada. Let me get the live stream going up on the other computer up here so I can tweet it out. We will see what's going on in the markets and then off to do some errands today. All right, let's go here. Your videos right here, right here. I hope you guys had a great Halloween. I had a lot of fun with my little ones out trick-or-treating. It was pouring rain. Oh, but they had so much fun at 4 and 7, running house to house. Oh, we were out for a good hour and a half, but it was a good time. I will tell you, it was a lot of fun. All right, 2 secs while I tweet this out. And the link right here, this. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's get the market up. All right, there we go. All right, so, hey, good morning, Dan. So right now, checking out the SPY, does look like we are topping out a little bit. Let's shrink this down a little bit, see what's going on with our awesome indicator here. Let's move this over. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I wanted to move this over. Wrong screen that I was clicking on. All right, so it does look like we are topping off a little bit. Is this going to be similarity to the beginning of September, 2 months ago? So we had 1 month down, then beginning of October, literally October 1st was our bottom, 1 month up. Okay, is this November 1st, 1 month down again? We're going to see. So they wiped everything away. They regained it to new highs. Is this the suck everybody in to see? This was coming up in the training pit today. I just finished teaching. So if you want to learn more about the dark pools, come on over to thedarkpools.com. At the training pit, here's my watch list as well. If you guys want to subscribe to my watch list, come to cjanetrade.com. Welcome and save 12%. So Facebook is now Meta Platforms. They are going to be changing their ticker as of December 1st, right? So for the next month, it's going to be FB, but it's going to be titled Meta Platforms, all right? So just a heads up on that, that the name change did happen. It is moving to the upside today. And also, let's look at the fear and greed indicator. It was at 72, so we're not, 80 is really extreme greed. Oh, now we're up to 77. So it was at 72 on Friday evening. Now we've moved up. We are in extreme greed. So I guess 75 is the threshold to put us into extreme greed. Many times it's going to be an inverse indicator of the market. So pay attention, because we are seeing that now we are in extreme greed when we go down here and we look to see, all right, we were at extreme greed the end of 2019, beginning of 2020, and then boom, we dropped, right? If we go back to 2018 in October, same thing. We were in extreme greed. So check that out. Just something, a quick thing to look at over time, because it will end up being that inverse indicator that, hey, we could be topping out right now. So we're seeing that with the SPY, we are down. We did gap up, but from where we were pre-market, we have definitely dropped down. We are in a bit of a bearish motion for today, still in the upward trend on the longer term, a bit of a doji right now compared to close just 45 cents higher than Friday. Let's check out the Q, same thing. Same sort of momentum. However, we dropped all the way down and bounced. We hit the moving averages and bounced higher. We did have big earnings and big stock movement on NASDAQ that really moved it. We are up above, outside of this box that we have been in since February. So let's see, you know what? Let's move this up to the high right here and see. We are just testing 233.50. Isn't that crazy? I just moved it to a former high over here. 233.50. Are we going to top out today? Are we going to see big volume? Boom, coming in, selling at this resistance point. It's been 1, 2, 3. This is now that fourth test of this resistance area. Is it going to break out or continue to break down again? Dow Jones up just a little bit today, but everything is pretty much hitting highs, all-time highs. Kind of makes me suspect for some profit taking, personally. When we go down and we look at the list today, right? LCID was on the list, potential bullish breakout today, and it ended up breaking down from 38.50. Nice short trade down $2.50 to 36. Let's scroll this out a little bit over here. So it could pull all the way back down, even down to 34.60 area. So we might have another $2 potential move to the downside. Now that momentum is going down, we seem to have a bit of an H formation. I would look to see if it cannot hold 36.40. Likelihood this is going to come down, at least down to 35.50 in my opinion. Tesla surging higher today, and a bit more movement to the upside. I did call out 1200 a couple months ago with Angela Miles when I was on her show, and looks like that's where we want to break to now that we have broken out above the downward trend that we had going on over here. So we did break out, we broke above that 800 level, looked for adding on 450% value growth, and we're almost up there to that $1,200 mark. Plug today, continuing to move to the upside, and this one, we did have some dark pool activity on it, so no wonder that we have seen a large move to the upside. Also, the cover on Barron's this week was all about electric charging, so no wonder to me that we are seeing that the electric or alternative green energy car companies are, or car fuels are actually moving higher. We're also seeing it with fuel cell as well, that is moving to the upside as well. Nice rounded bottom on the daily chart and big move. Look at that, 70 cents on the day today, breaking out up above 850. Let's look at steel today. So steel, with Biden over in Europe at the G20, they did talk about raising tariffs on steel, so no wonder that is dropping the price. That means it's going to likely drop the price of steel, and so that's going to decrease the profit margins, right? They are not going to have such great profit margins anymore, dropping that price action. Also saw that orange juice has also had the tariffs lifted off of that, so could likely be affecting the orange juice futures as well. I don't even know what the ticker is. Let's see. Orange juice, that is a soft commodity. Let's see, right here, orange juice. Maybe this is a crypto, but no, that's dropping today too. So no wonder to see the two that have had the tariffs and everything lifted are dropping. Home Depot as well today had a bit of a downward motion pre-market and continued move to the downside today. Nice downward trade, $3 or 1% off of that. Could have some great profits in options with that movement. CrowdStrike, boom, really breaking down today. No idea if there's any news, but it doesn't matter. It's all about the chart, right? Pre-market, I said, hey, if this breaks below 275, potential trade to the downside. Look at that, almost $10 to the downside from that breakdown right at open. And let's check on Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin had that potential to move down. It was down earlier. We do have a bit of a base right here, and we are looking to potentially reclaim that moving average up at 335.80. If we break out and close up above that, I would look for a bigger move up to 340, 342.50. But right now we have descending volume as we are ascending, so I would look for this test up at 335.80, 335.60 to see if we're going to curl back over right there. I don't remember seeing any bigger block prints on it last week, but I'd have to double check on that. Workday as well, breaking down to a lot of downward motion today. However, some are continuing to move to the upside, like CLAC today. CLAC had a big drop earlier pre-market and then moved to the upside and continuing that upward trend. Maybe CLAC is heading all the way up here, all the way to 389.99. Potential target there. A bit extended, testing highs over here. So I'd look to see, is it going to break out and break out to all-time new highs up to roughly 390 and then roll over from there. All right, do you guys have any questions today? Doing a really quick stream, I'm hungry and I don't want to be hangry. So checking out my crypto list today, we are seeing that Algo is the top performer on it right now. It had big price action over the weekend. Actually, it was IOTA that really was rocking with super high volume. And actually, look at that. It's just been growing on the daily chart, intensifying in price action movement. We had really high volume yesterday and continued high volume today. It looks like some people are trimming a bit. However, as long as we can really hold this 50 simple 133, I would like this more to the upside. Look, I think we could see that this quickly comes to test 175. That would be 40 cents or roughly 30% gains. All right, Dogecoin had some upward motion over here, came up, tested what, 33 cents, pulled back, and we're still testing that 200 simple again. Baby Doge, the little joke meme coin, is doing really well, right? This is my entry ad and just letting it do its thing. Over 10 billion coins for pennies, right? So, hey, this can just do its thing. If it goes to zero, I don't care. If this goes to $1, Baby Doge billionaire right here. All right, XRP, it's sort of wavering, going sideways. Oh, I said I was going to see if I could find that XRP SEC notice that it was in the XRP SEC 2018. But it was Ripple, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. And Ripple, SEC, not XEC. Never have invested before and really want to begin. This is great information. Thank you. So there's a fundamentals or beginner's video guide that you can learn from. Yeah, Christian, I have one actually. You know what, let me see if I can find it for you and just put it right in the chat. Let me do that really quickly while we are live. So let me go to my playlist. I did set up one with some bare basics, but I also teach in the dark pools, the training pit. That is an absolute basic video, or not video, excuse me. I'm not good doing two things at once. So that is a great room for beginners where you are going to learn a lot right there. Hello, goat liver. How's it going? All right. Oh, wrong computer that I hit enter on. All right, so let's see. Ripple CEO says the SEC helped Ethereum to overtake XRP as number 2, October 22nd. No, I want to see from 2018. Let's see. Behind was a meeting. Maybe it's this one. I'm going to see if I can find it for you guys. I forgot over the weekend. Got busy with Halloween and playing and exploring in the forest with the little ones. All right, so we'll check that out later. All right, so I'll have to do more research on that. I'll post it on my Twitter if I can find it. So check me out at It's Airplane Jane on Twitter, XLM as well. We are up above the 200, hovering around over here, looking to see if we can really break above that 200 on the daily. Let's just do it on the daily chart instead of 15-minute over here. Looking to see if we can break above this barrier. You see how it's really been a barrier. If we can break above this, hey, it's pretty much clear skies. I would look for this to head on up to $1 or above for XLM. Cardano as well. Cardano has been moving up. Also been one to research with the new banking system that should be going into effect. In fact, the G20, let me go to my profile over here on Twitter, and I'm going to pull up the recent sort of chain that I did. Let's see, it's going to take a second over here to come up. It's going to load. All right. This is hilarious. You guys have to see this. Look at this. This is really funny. It's a dog's costume. I love that. Okay. Sorry. Side note there. So, document from G20, page 26, talks about ISO right here on my Twitter. And here is a flow chart. So, if you haven't done any ISO research, go and check it out. Oh, my pleasure, Christian. Here to help, right? Helping others is probably one of the best things possible. So this is the milestone map for 2021, implementation of standards 12/20/21. Go and do research on ISO 2022 and the coins associated with it. It's all right here. This is from G20, right? Go back here, go to this, click on this, and it's going to bring you to the documentation from G20, the PDF. Roadmap for enhancing cross-border payments. This is the revolution of the banking system that just happened, and this was October 13th, 2021. So check it out, do some light reading, do some research on where the banking systems are going and how you can position yourself to profit. All right. Any other questions that you want to see? Let's look at Bitcoin and Ethereum and Dogecoin. I'm liking too. Oops, I don't want that. I want the crypto list. Dogecoin, I see that we broke up and we tested that 33. I think we have more of a move potentially. All right, let's look at Bitcoin today. Bitcoin down off of the highs of 64,000, right? 67,000, excuse me. Up here, 66,976. So we are coming down. We're testing the 21 EMA. That was a point of support in the past. So let's do a little drawing over here, right? We are just hovering around that. And like we do down here to here, we're sort of at the apex. So is it going to shoot higher or is this going to shoot lower? If we break down, maybe down to 53 over here, that 50 simple, right? So keep it on watch. We're right at that apex today. Today could be a pivotal point for Bitcoin. All right, let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum is up on the day. We had big volume right here. It looks like it's testing the high. So I would be watching this candlestick to see, are we going to break and hold up above a high of 43.40, or call it 43.41, or are we going to break down below 39.08, right? If we break down below, I would say that this volume was potentially selling volume. If we break up and we close above, which we did have one close right here, but it quickly came right back down below. So right now we're testing it, right? 430.41. Are we going to break above that and close above it? There are so many crypto coins out there. I do not possibly know all of them, but we do look like we have had a bit of a breakout right here. Is this the climax for then a bigger move down and come back down to 30.93? We might have that happen. We might see that this will pull back down. Again, watching this big volume right here, which is when it came back and it almost tested this trend line. So in my thoughts, this breakout move, retest, likely some people buying in roughly on that trend line to ride it higher, in my opinion. But I'm just really going to wait for that confirmation, either up above 43.41 or break down below the low of this candlestick, or even better, break down below this trend line of 38.65. LCID, it's just retracing today. It was really overextended, Luis. It was super overextended on the daily chart. And so it's having a bit of a retracement, move back to the moving averages. Totally normal, right? High volume. This is kind of like the middle finger when you see these. This is like that middle finger. Price action. Hey, if it drops below, watch out. But I would anticipate this to move back down to 34.60. All right, guys, that is going to be it for today. Be prepared for some craziness in the market. There's always craziness, and we are seeing some crazy dark pool prints. So pay attention, be nimble, and be prepared. And when we look at, let's look at, I'll pull it back up really quickly. Let's look at the Q's, NASDAQ, to see really quickly, because when we're looking at this, we can see that we've had some bigger names selling off today. I think a couple of them did rebound, but Apple's down, Microsoft down, Amazon is down, Tesla is holding it up, right? Google is down. Facebook has a bit of a bounce, Meta now, right? And Google is down. Nvidia is up a little bit, but we're seeing that the top holdings are really red today. So is that going to continue into tomorrow? Are we going to end up red at the end of the day? Keep a watch on the Qs index. Since 2015, this has gained 200% value on the Qs. So it could easily trim a bit of profit and still be up big time. All right, guys, have an amazing rest of your day. Carpe profit, seize those profits one trade at a time. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on social media. Twitter, it's Airplane Jane, and Instagram's Miss Airplane Jane, and my email, jane@cjane.com.